Hey everyone, it's Christopher Molander with Embark Realty, your local real estate agent here in Green Valley, Arizona. And if you are looking for a home that's under $200,000, you might think in today's real estate market that's impossible. But here's the truth. There are good opportunities right now in Green Valley, and I'm gonna go walk through with you what you can realistically get, how to shop smart, and what to watch out for. The great thing about Green Valley is it's suitable for all price points, whether you're at 100,000 or a million. So let's start with the numbers. According to the MLS, currently there's 418 properties on the market here in Green Valley, and out of those, there's 65 homes currently listed in Green Valley under $200,000. Most of those homes are going to be small 1 to 2 bedroom villas, condos, and some townhome options available as well. In this video, I'm gonna be showing you all the different types of neighborhood options and property options that you can really look for when looking to purchase a home here in Green Valley under $200,000. So you have a good idea of what you can afford and what you should be looking for when purchasing a property here. So let's go take a look at these neighborhoods and see what they have to offer. All right, right now we're here in Villas West. This is a street called Tierra, and this is the furthest back you get from La Cañada in Villas West. This community is condos, 4 units to 1. They have 2 options, 2 floor plans in here. One is a 1 bedroom that's 588 square feet, 1 bed, 1 bath, pretty good layout. The kitchen's a good size. And then we also have a 2 bedroom in here that's 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 696 square feet. What people like and don't like about both of those floor plans is the 1 bedrooms have a really nice open area with the kitchen, dining, and living room for the space. It's a pretty good layout of that space. And then for the 2 bedrooms, you get a 2nd bedroom. However, you lose a little bit of that space in the kitchen. So it just depends on what you value more, the kitchen and the living space, or having a 2nd bedroom for that home. So these homes are very, very nice condo units if you don't want to take care of a whole lot of things. They cover the roof, HVAC, the exterior paint, the exterior landscaping, your water bill, your water heater, the exterior pest controls. So they really cover a lot of things here. When you're looking online and you just want to kind of get an idea of what you're looking at and see which property is a 1 bedroom or a 2 bedroom and you can't really see the square footage, the 1 bedrooms are always going to be on the interior, and then the 2 bedrooms are always going to be on the exterior. So it's A, B, C, D, kind of like a 4-plex unit. A and D's are 2 bedrooms, and the B's and C's are the 1 bedrooms in the middle. In Villas West and East, it's the same management company, but 2 separate HOAs. So you have 2 separate people that you would reach out to in the event something happened to your water heater. You would call them and they would go ahead and take care of that. The HOA also, for both Villas West and East, have assigned parking. So there's several laundromat facilities in here. You have to pay for those with a quarter, but then some of these units, some have a washer and dryer and some don't, just depending on the unit you purchase in here. Some of the properties will have an additional shed or Arizona room or exterior addition part that they added later on. Some of those would be a shed for a washer and dryer, or just an enclosed room that they built on in the past. If you do have that additional built-in on the back of the property, you are responsible for the maintenance of that roof, of the exterior paint, anything that wasn't initially part of the unit. So if you're not sure what I'm talking about, but you're looking online later, you'll see what I'm talking about, just an additional shed that's not on the rest of those units. Those are 100% the responsibility of the homeowner to take care of the exterior of those. In here, Villas East and West, some of them have GVR and some of them don't, but all of them in here have it available. When they initially built in here, all of the properties had Green Valley Recreation available, and over time people added those on. So about 70 to 80% of the villas in here will have GVR on the home currently. And once it's on, it remains with the deed of the property, but those have great benefits. 14 facilities all throughout the community, 13 different pools, all sorts of different clubs and clubhouses. But overall, Villas East and West offer great opportunities for people looking for properties. There's a few under 100,000 right now in here that are the 1 bedrooms. 2 bedrooms typically sell for a little bit more, and properties with views typically sell for a 10 to 15% premium on top of that. So if you're looking at a 1 bedroom, you can anticipate a purchase price between $100,000 to $140,000 depending on updates, condition, view, all those things. If you're looking at a 2 bedroom, you could be looking at price points between $120,000 to $160,000. Like I said, it depends on price point, views, if the home's been maintained, if it's close to a street or not. So it depends, but that's kind of the price range that you can look at anticipating when purchasing homes here in Villas East or Villas West. I'm right here in Mobile Estates, otherwise known as Pueblo Estates, which is just right off of La Cañada, in the north part of Green Valley. You own the land of these mobile and manufactured homes in here. Your HOA cost is only $65 a month plus GVR if it has it. This neighborhood is also the same thing, where some of them have GVR and some of them don't. If you don't have GVR, if you're not part of Green Valley Recreation, this community has a great pool. That's a community pool that's included with the HOA dues, so you still have that option if you don't choose to join GVR. However, some people will want to be a part of those 14 facilities as well, which is a big bonus to why people choose to move here to Green Valley. The great part about this location being in the north area is you're just about 2 minutes away from Walmart, Sprouts, the theater that's going to be put up over on DeVol Mine Road here off of exit 69. So you can get around pretty quickly in here, and also you're just a little bit closer to Tucson in this area, only about 30 minutes when you're living in this part. So right now there's about 4 manufactured homes under 200,000 available in here. One of them I'll just show you a quick glimpse of. It's very nicely updated. Some other of them need a little bit more work. So it just depends on what you're looking to get into, what you want to get. When you're purchasing a manufactured home and want to get a loan on it, it has to be built in 1977 or in July of 1976. So that's kind of the time ranges if you want to purchase a manufactured home here, and just always double check with your lender to see what you qualify for and if the home qualifies to get a loan. But that is the years that you want to look out for when purchasing a home with a loan. Otherwise, cash is just fine. So right now I'm in this community called Valle Verde Townhomes. There's 88 units in here. 16 are 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 746 square feet, I believe. And then the rest are 2 bedroom, 2 baths, about 1,000 square feet for those properties. Right now, those 1 bedrooms will sell between the range of $160,000 to $180,000. The 2 bedrooms will sell between $190,000 to $220,000 depending on the updates and the features that the home has, but that's kind of the range they've been selling in as of lately. There's not a whole lot of 1 bedrooms that will pop up since there's only 16 of these units in here, but this area moves pretty fast and there's a lot of homes on the market at a given time, typically speaking. GVR as well is available on these homes, not on most of the properties in here. You can add it later if you'd like. Most of these properties do not have GVR, however. I'd say about 90% of the homes in here do not have GVR on the property currently. The HOA is about $165 a month. They just cover the roads, carports, and they do have a pool in here as well that you have access to. Depending on which unit you purchase, you'll either get an assigned carport space or you'll get an assigned garage. The reason I highlighted this community in this video is because it's one of the few not age-restricted communities here in Green Valley and even in Sahuarita that at this price point. So if you're looking at a price point under 200,000, not age restricted, your options are very, very limited, really down to this neighborhood, unless you buy a manufactured home out in the sticks, out on a piece of property in Sahuarita. This is really your main option for non-age restricted homes at this price point. We are in Desert Casitas now, just right off of Camino del Sol. These properties are around 550 square feet. There are some 2 bedrooms in here as well that are a little bit larger, but those are a lot more rarer to find in here. You get an assigned carport spot with these properties, and all of them have really fantastic views, either of the golf course on this side or of the mountains like you see behind me. And just how they're oriented, some will have more of the mountain view and some will have that golf course view depending on what street they're on. These properties sell between 180 to 210 depending on view, updates, and all those things. These properties were built in the 80s, so you have this really nice slump block look, this slump block exterior to these homes, which is a really nice feature to these properties. All right, so now we're in Green Valley Resort Home. These units are about 550 square feet. There are a few 2 bedrooms in here. I believe there's about 16 of those, but mostly 1 bedrooms in this area here. The HOA covers the exterior paint, the roofs. However, it's like every 5 to 10 years. And from my understanding, if anything happens in the meantime, you kind of have to take care of that yourself. But when you do purchase a home in here, that's something that you probably should double check with the HOA. They also cover the road maintenance and the trash. So they have trash bins at the end of each street that you have to go to, and you put your trash in there and they take that off. Over in the Villas East, Villas West, they actually have a little thing that they pick up at your property. So they don't have that dumpster there. They'll pick it up from the property. Here they have a dumpster separated at the end of the streets that you can drop your stuff off in. There is no assigned parking spot in here. These properties do have GVR, and this HOA does have a pool in here as well. There is no like front patio like you see in the Villas East, Villas West. They actually have more of a combined courtyard feel. So this common area, little courtyard here, is a great way to get to meet your neighbors. And then there's several doors in this courtyard where people are heading to their parking lot or can head to the pool right down the sidewalk there. So if you're looking in this neighborhood, you can anticipate purchase prices of between 120 to 150 depending on, again, age, if it's a corner unit, if it's a interior unit, and all those things that come with the property, the upstates, the fixtures. But that's really the range that you'd be in, is about 120 to 150. Again, my name is Christopher Molander with Embark Realty. If you have any questions about the properties in this video or Green Valley in general, give me a call at 520-345-4281. I'd love to be able to help you, and I got your back when making real estate moves right here in Green Valley, Arizona.